Actually, I like A86 a lot. But sayang, last time when I was in poly, that car Depre was like less than 4K.
Wow.
Then I never buy.
Wasted,
I go and buy one Civic, and now I think I stupid.
You know, you also can sell for AA, bro.
Still stupid. Still stupid.
So welcome to the first episode of ZHNGTV Podcast. We will discuss things that are happening around the car scene in Singapore. And today we have two guests here. So why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Jong Yang. I drive a Mitsubishi Evolution, and I think I've been a car enthusiast for the past 10 years.
I'm Kenneth. I'm driving a 2021 Defender 110. I'm not really a car enthusiast, but I love cars. But I'm not as
hardcore enthusiast
as my dear friend here, John Yang.
Yeah, your car interesting. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as you guys have seen lately with the AE86 listing, so it's the talk of the town lah. So what are your thoughts about the listing?
I would say the car is a personal favorite of mine. Yeah, because of initial D lah. But the price, from what I see, compared to overseas market, is around, for a pristine condition one, should be around 50,000. But the car seems to be very overpriced in Singapore.
I'm not very often on SG Kamat, so this particular unit was going around in a WhatsApp group chat, so everybody was like talking about it, about the price. I went to take a look, and then I saw it listed at 488k, and I jumped out of my chair lah, like what the 488k. That's like anybody's normal reaction at first glance. So I went to listen more from other people about why their reactions are so high, and I got to know that the price doesn't tally with the actual car value and also the authenticity of the car. So that's why my reaction was quite.
So that's why you went on to the whole thread.
Yeah, because I feel like in Singapore our car scene is already so small, and the government is like, you know how it is. So I feel like there needs to be someone to regulate this. Yeah, so I mean I'm not the one who's going to be the one who's going to regulate that whole thing lah. But I feel that this car scene from my years of experience is I feel the people generally are very friendly with each other, are very tight. It's a very close community. Everybody, especially in the JDM scene, everybody like knows almost everybody, and there's a lot of respect among owners and car enthusiasts. I feel when someone tries to upsell their car too much, I feel it's a bit of a disrespect to the scene, because like you're selling a car so high, but the car is not what it is. It's not a legit Treno, right?
Yeah, I think so lah.
Yeah, but you're trying to pass it off as a legit Treno, and then indirectly you're just thinking that the people of this JDM scene is like stupid lah, in plain words. Like, you announce to the whole world how much you bought the car and what the car is. But after a while, then he tried to sell it off at this price. It's like so it's like day and night. It's like you thought people will forget, but actually no. Singapore has people that knows their.
Yeah, especially I think to simply list the car, increased price of 200,000 for a few months of ownership is a bit too much lah. I know quite a lot of Civic Type R and Evo are sold at this kind of price lah, but their increase is only around 30,000 only. But this one seems a lot lah.
Yeah, I mean there's no right or wrong in your own perceived value of your own car, because I know all of us have a car that we love. It saddens us to part with the car we love. That's why we put it at a value that we feel that is right, that we can let it go. But you sell the car, you have to be honest about it. You have to be honest about it. It's like, let's say, put yourself in the buyer's shoes. When you want to buy a car that you love, of course you want it to be 100% what is stated lah. For example, you don't buy a M2C, but turns out it's an M2. I mean, like. So yeah lah. So that's what I'm trying to put my point across lah.
Okay, so like what you mentioned just now, like Evo prices, S2K prices, all Civic Type R, they are rising by 20 to 30k. So
how does the prices of these cars affect the car community?
This one, I would say most of the car end up, this kind of older JDM cars will end up at the hands of a collector lor. Like those people who really like this kind of car, like normal people like me lah. even honestly speaking, even if I never buy last time, right, now I cannot afford one lah. It's because last time I all the way never changed car until now. If changed, now ask me to use the same amount to buy this car, I only can buy LTs, I think.
I mean, you mentioned that last time, how much did you buy the Evo? It was a...
I buy when it was a pub car, I bought the car at 50,000 with 5 years plus of COE left. I think it's similar to a Avante, brand new.
But then now you see the prices.
Now the price a bit high lah.
But I feel like lately, right, in the last 1 to 2 years, there's a sudden surge in prices, right?
Yeah.
Because of COVID, man.
The pandemic made the whole market like
I think it's because people cannot travel, and so end up everyone just
got money to spend.
Even you see, like you went to those luxury designer shops like LV, Chanel, these like a lot of people. Last time not so much people want.
Well, I would say everything gone up. Property, watches, cars.
Watches, the Rolex Sport series.
Don't need go that far lah, bro. Last time 2017 on, you still can walk into an AD and get one.
Now cannot buy already.
Yeah.
Since we're in the topic of the car enthusiast scene in Singapore, I feel we can also play a part in this matter, even though it's a small thing, but I feel it can reciprocate lah. When you sell a car, you can, I mean, it's not you must, but you can try to list it at with market rate lah. I mean, like unless your car is like super hot in demand that everybody is starting to like offer high prices, then yeah, I mean that is understandable lah. But for the rest of us, like when we price our car, excluding car dealers, cause car dealers that's their bread and butter business, so we cannot bring them into the picture lah. But for us, like if you want to sell the car on our own, I hope that we can price it at a reasonable point. Yeah, especially for those cars that people look up as like a dream car to own. Yeah, I mean it's not saying that you should lose money, but if you can earn, okay. But if the value is what it is, I mean it is what it is. Like don't try to force it.
So it's more be kind and more considerate and reasonable so that other people can enjoy the car also lah.
There's no right or wrong. It's just if you want to be a or not.
Okay.
Realistic point of view. For those who don't know about what's happening, so basically this is the post. Yeah. So because of this post, I think a lot of things started to spread like wildfire.
Yeah. We triggered a lot of people lah. So the question would be, why do you think this whole 488 price triggered the whole car community?
Yeah, why? Trigger you or not?
I see it spread around the group chat a lot lah. So I think they just started to post for fun. Quite a lot of people post at Carousel instead. They just spread it like suddenly the whole Facebook is full of people with 488 cars. Yeah.
Obviously it's sarcasm, you know. I mean, from a realistic point of view, nobody expects to sell a car at that sort of price. In general, a lot of people will say that with that kind of price, they rather buy a supercar or something higher. So yeah, I mean, it's not for me to judge, but yeah, I mean, that is what most general people think lah. You know, after that 48K car post, so everybody will trying to join the bandwagon lah, just to, you know, poke fun or if they really can.
Anyway, I would think that nobody will sell their car at that price lah. Nobody will pay that price lah.
Yeah. Nobody will pay for that price.
Anyway, if really got people pay, then quickly sell lor.
Then good for you lah.
Yeah. So like I agree, willing buyer, willing seller, but yeah, it's really who you sell to. I would like to do a shout out to UD. UD mentioned to me that in Australia they have a very big car scene there, JDM car scene. When owners that try to sell their car at an inflated rate, the whole scene will shoot that guy. So that's how passionate they are about cars, and they really know the value of the cars there. So like nobody can try to smoke them there. So what I'm saying for Singapore scene is also the same. Like, but they won't openly shoot that fella lah. They'll maybe just say it to their close friends. Yeah.
Yeah, actually Singapore car scene too small lah. Everyone is in the group chat so everybody can see what is happening lor.
Yeah, his car supposed to be rare, but appear on Facebook feed so many times not rare already lah.
So basically the next question will be, do you think like in any way lah that 488 right can reason until worth 488 or not?
Wait, 脚毛很多。Actually, I think the car can be sell at below 200 lah. Anything above that price is, I think, honestly speaking, I think R34 itself then can sell that price lah. GT lah, GTD cannot also lah.
But what's the reasoning, bro? Like, why do you think
You
certain
got
cars
see the
are...
R34 overseas price?
Yeah.
Wow, actually, it's already that amount or more. So in Singapore, if I'm not wrong, Singapore left only 934. So the price can be justified.
Due to the rarity lah.
And if you say AE86, from what I see overseas, those normal condition 20 plus K can get in yourself, then you go and register the classic plate lah.
So
You can buy 10 to drive. One car can drive 45 days. You buy 10, you can drive 450 days. Already. With 1 year, you 10 car, you sort around, you can change different color as you like.
So despite the rarity of the car, you still feel that it's not worth 488 lah.
For me, I wouldn't think so lah. Actually, I like AE86 a lot lah. But sayang, last time when I was in poly, that car Depri was like less than 4K.
Wow.
Then I never buy.
Wasted,
I go and buy one Civic, and now I think I'm stupid.
You know, you also can sell 488, bro.
Still stupid.
The Civic I buy 6K Depri, whereas the A86 4K, 3.88K Depri.
Oh, wasted, bro.
Never buy. You know I can send tofu and sell 488.
This type of thing cannot predict one.
No lah, the car market lately has been up and down lah, bro.
Even last time the R32 how much only? R32 80K.
Oh, shit.
Last time police also wear shorts.
But yeah, in any way do you think that the car is worth 488? Like, based on rarity, based on the spec, or...
I expected the car to come on SG Karma lah, but I didn't expect this price lah.
Any
I
reason?
thought it was going to be like 200K. But this price I never expected it lah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is also he mentioned that he bought how much he bought the car for in a separate interview with Straits Times, which is ownself check himself lah. Yeah, I mean, why would anyone
disclose
that and then try to sell it for a huge profit? I mean, you're just asking for it lah. I mean, if you want to do funny things, then you got to be prepared for consequences, guys.
But I think in his defense, he stated that the Straits Times video was just posted without him vetting through and like.
Nah, I don't think so.
What he said to mod the car to be part of the scene a bit weird also lah.
真的 car to be part of the culture.
No, regardless if you
It's like getting pregnant just to be with the pregnant ladies, right?
I feel like regardless if you are going to be on a video or an interview, you should be well aware of what you're saying, right?
Yeah, of course.
Regardless of whether they edit or they show you, you should know what you're talking about. Fair?
That's
Yeah, so maybe...
The price, I think you shouldn't say that at that point of time. I'm too open already.
Yeah.
How do you feel about people marking up prices just to sell car lah?
How? You sell you won't?
I won't sell lah.
Yeah lah,
Confirm
see?
won't sell.
Only die then sell.
No lah. As in, I noticed the trend of like certain JDM cars. Let's say, I would say Evo 10. They transacted very fast recently. Like a few months change owner. Even the car plate also can tell already. It's already SN something.
Is this like a scheme or reason where I sell to you, then you mark up the price, and I buy back from you to mark up the price, then we slowly raise the price to a certain direction?
All cannot resist temptation. So they drive a while, I earn already. Swa lah, move on.
And another thing is maybe it's because like let's say Civic Type R for a reason. FD2R is the last NA VTEC, and like more people prefer this car because it's also from Japan. Their FKA, FK2, all this is from UK. So it doesn't really have the VTEC feels already. So maybe this is the reason why like it's the last proper Type R. You know what they say?
Even Type R, let's say the price it was like last time people ask me can take
cheaper, bro.
28K can take or not. Now you tell me 28K where to find?
I also think it's because of electric cars. All these electric cars coming into our market and all these proper petrol engines, all these combustion engines are getting rarer eventually lah.
Yeah.
So maybe with the input of electric cars into Singapore, I feel that a lot of people are moving towards like collecting all these combustion engines.
Is good lah actually, but end up a lot of people just tend to flip the car.
I mean,
good to say. I would notice that Evo 9 mostly end up with collector now.
Good to know lah.
10 a lot still flipping.
But what I feel is like in Singapore alone, our car COV everything is technically a killer for a lot of like car enthusiasts that wants to own like their dream cars. You know, like you have the 10 years COE, then after that you renew, then after a while you have to, I think what, classic plate scrap?
No lah.
Either
That's why
renew
renew
or-
10 years
yeah.
forever mah.
Yeah.
But the problem is the road tax
yeah,
up
road
to
tax,
150%.
yeah, road tax, correct. Yeah,
But anyway, the car always break down lah. Mine actually break down quite often until recently still then okay one.
So in our Singaporean mindset, right, it's different from other people from other countries, you know, because when we buy a car, we are too concerned about the depreciation already that we do not really understand, as in we do not really truly enjoy the car already. We forget, we are too stressed about all these things that we do not enjoy the driving of the car anymore already, because all your mind is like, oh, okay, I need, when I buy this car, okay, my distribution start counting, my insurance, blah, 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 then by the time I want to try to sell so that I don't lose money or I can make money. A lot of these things are in people's mind. Yeah, but I feel like for Singapore, it's
Yeah,
a
still
bit-
is a killer lah.
yeah.
Ah.
Okay, on the government part, their concern is the overpopulation of vehicles on the road lah, which I guess everybody know by now, because Singapore land is very small and very scarce. So the only thing that they can do to reduce people from trying to buy cars is to come out with this rule, which is all understandable lah. But at the same time, it also kills like the scene in a way lah, slowly but surely lah, because it will just keep getting more expensive from here. It ain't going to go down anytime in the future lah. So for us, the citizens and of course the people that plays a part in the car scene and the car enthusiast scene, we can only do so much as our part is to, you know, like I said, list your car as a reasonable price lah. Give those aspiring owners a chance to drive their dream car. You know,
Help each other out.
help
lah.
each other out lah in a dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah, fair. I feel like with all the prices rising, if we can help each other out, brother,
Yeah.
and look out for one another in the car community lah. I feel like that's what ZHNGTV is about, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we just want to be a platform that, you know, bring the car community closer.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't matter what car you drive.
yeah, it doesn't matter what car you drive.
Yeah.
You like car, can you don't like car also can just join.
Yeah, I feel like the whole reason we even brought this up is because if it's an issue that brought the whole community together, I think it has to be addressed lah.
Yeah.
Even having the posting on SG Kamat and all those type of stuff, I feel that it should be addressed. So that's why we had this podcast today. And if you guys enjoy the podcast, do let us know. And there'll be more coming, so stay tuned for that. And Jeff, you got anything to say?
Nothing. Kita zero.
So stay tuned to the next episode of the podcast, and we'll catch you guys there. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
good night, everyone.
All right. Okay.
Actually, honestly, I think they have the rights to their own viewpoint. As I have my rights to selling my car at whatever price, right? So, I mean, I lease my car at this price, they can say whatever they want. So, it's fair, because this is freedom, right? Freedom of speech.